Right, Algebra 1, we are talking about systems still, but with applications. Okay, so looking at these problems, the things you want to keep in mind are when you do these, you want to make sure to label or figure out what you're talking about or what you are trying to find. So for instance, you're always going to find x and y or whatever variables you choose. So in this case, it says one number added to 3 times another number. So one number and another number are two things we're trying to find. So I'm just going to call them x for one number, and another number is y. Okay, so for all of these, you're going to have two equations. So your equation always has an equal sign, and so in this case it says is 24, so I'm going to have something equals 24. What is equal to 24? So one number is x added to 3 times another number, so 3y. And so the other one says 5 times the first number, so 5 times x added to 3 times the other number, which is 3y again, equals 36. Okay, so we're going to get our equation set up, and then we can solve using any of the methods we've been using and talking about. Okay, so in this case, I've got 3 plus 3 is 6, so I'm going to make this a negative 3. Well, if I change that, I've got to make everything changed. Now the y's cancel out when I combine. So x minus 5 is negative 4x equals 2 minus 36 is negative 12. And now I can divide by negative 4. So x equals 3. But remember, we're not done until we find both equations, both variables, And so the top one is now, instead of x plus 3y, it's going to be 3 plus 3y equals 24. So I subtract 3, get 3y equals 21. And so I divide by 3. Both sides, and I get y equals 7. And so we always want to make sure to label what we found. So when it says find the numbers are 3 and 7. Or 7 and 3. Since they're just two arbitrary numbers, the order really doesn't matter there. Okay. So let's look at the next one. Number 3, we're going to skip number 2. Number 3, excuse me, says your family goes to a Southern-style restaurant for dinner. There are 6 people in your family. Some order chicken dinner for $14. Some order steak dinner for $17. If the total bill is $99, how many people ordered each dinner? So how many people ordered each dinner? That's x and y. So really, x can represent the chicken dinner, and y can represent the steak dinner. And so when you're doing these types of problems, you're going to really have two totals. A total number of things or people, and a total amount of money. So in this case, there are 6 people total and $99 total. So when you're doing those two totals, keep in mind what's adding up to those totals. So x and y, that's how many dinners you have. X plus y is going to give you how many dinners you have, while the money is going to tell you how much money you have. So money plus money equals money. The other one is just your total. Okay, so 14x plus 17y equals your total. Okay, so when we're looking at that, we have x and y. So I need to multiply this by something to make them cancel. So I could do 14, but 14 plus 14 is not going to cancel. So I need to do negative 14. And so that's going to be negative 14x negative 14y equals negative, and when you multiply that in your calculator, you get negative 84. So 14x plus 17y equals 99. Now we can go ahead and cancel. So x's cancel. 3y equals 15. And so we divide by 3, get y equals 5. Now, think about what we're trying to find in the first place. How many dinners? Well, if there's 5 of the y, there must be only one left. So the other one would be x equals 1. And so let's explain what we found. We had 1 chicken dinner and 5 steak dinners. We're eating fancy tonight. All right. So, kind of the same thing on the next one. Number 5, sporting goods store. So I've got right-handed and left-handed gloves. So already I can kind of see what we're looking at here. Okay, X and Y are right-handed and left-handed. So in 1 month, 12 gloves were sold for a total of $561. So I can already see my two totals come together. There's 12 gloves. There's $561. Right-handed gloves cost $45 each. Okay, and then left-handed gloves cost $52 each. So X plus Y is going to give me the total of 12 gloves, and then the prices gives me the total price. So 45X plus 52Y equals 561. And now I need to multiply once again. So what's going to cancel? I could do negative 45 or negative 52. So that's going to be negative 45x, negative 45y equals negative 540. And then the bottom one doesn't change. And so when I combine, the x's cancel like I wanted. 7y equals 21. And I divide by 7 to get y equals 3. Well, again, look at what we got here. If there's 3 y's, there's only 9 left. So either plug it in or just realize 9 plus 3 is 12. So x equals 9. And so there's 9 right-handed gloves and 3 left-handed gloves that were sold. Okay? And so finally, the last one I wanted to look at was something like number 6. That's just a little different. So for these two, it was a total amount of things and a total amount of money. Well, in number 6, it's two just people that have two different things. So like X is still referring to DVDs, but this time it's the cost of each. Okay? So our two equations are David and Anna. So it says David bought 3 DVDs and 4 books. That's supposed to say and 4 books for $40. So that's 3x plus 4y equals 40. And then Anna bought 1 DVD, so 1x plus 6 books, 6y equals 18. And now we can go ahead and multiply. So in this case, I'm going to multiply by negative 3 to make those x's cancel. And so I get negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18y. Negative 3 times 18 is negative 54. And now we can go. So we've got negative 14y equals negative 14. And when I divide by negative 14, negative divided by negative is positive 1. And so I just plug that right back in. And I get x plus 6 times 1 equals 18. So subtract 6, get x equals 12. And so those are not how many of something, those are a cost. So DVDs cost $12 and books cost $1. And there we are. So the homework for tonight is going to be numbers 2, 4, 7, and 9. So if you want to circle these, you're going to be doing numbers 2, number 4. So if you need to pause it and as you do those, that's fine. And then 7 and 9. Again, pause it if you need to. Otherwise, if you have questions, let me know. Peace.